नीचे दिए हुए लाल बटन पर क्लिक करके इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और घंटी के बटन को क्लिक करना ना भूलें। BKT मीडिया प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। Namaskar and a warm welcome to this unique talk series, Chartered Accountants, The Growth Gears. It is presented by the Committee for Members in Industry and Business, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. This is Shilpa Bhawana. I'm your host who is going to take care of the perfect balance of the accounts relating to the success stories of the outstanding Chartered Accountants and the motivation of my dear viewers. So, welcome to the show.
In today's times, organizations are becoming more dynamic as there is a shift in approach and they focus not only on profit but also on people and planet. ICAI has a strong tradition of service to the country to ensure sustainable economic development.
The judiciary is the system of courts that interprets, defends and applies the law in the name of state. But when it comes to the law and order, it's not just about the physical lives. It is also about the life of organizations. Thankfully, in India, system takes care of everything. And today we are meeting one such chartered accountant who is there into that system. We are going in conversation with Member Technical National Company Law Tribunal, CA Rajesh Sharma.
CA Rajesh Sharma is a fellow member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, having more than 3 decades of post-qualification experience. As a keen learner with strong interest in academics, he is also an active speaker in various national and international conferences. Handling several crucial assignments, he has served in many government and non-government committees and delegations, to which ICAI is really proud of.
Sir, I'm sitting next to a judge, तो कोई डरने वाली बात तो नहीं है.
Absolutely not. Feel comfortable. You are at your home.
Sir, being on the Mumbai bench, because you had been taking on this responsibility for quite a long now. So I would like to ask you that, do you remember the day when you took the oath? So what were your feelings at that time?
Yes. Shilpa, the thing is that the moment you start climbing ladders, there are greater responsibilities and challenges come to you.
Yes, of course.
The expectation of the stakeholders, rises. And you have to always take care of that sitting as an adjudicating authority, you have to dispense and deliver the justice to one and all.
Bilkul.
And the biggest challenge one is having, it should be seen that justice is delivered to them. And people should be going satisfied to the extent possible. You cannot satisfy everybody.
Yes, of course.
But to the extent possible, you should be justified with your job.
The chair on which you are sitting today, it not only holds the authority, it also holds the responsibility. So how do you see that your qualification is helping you to deliver those responsibilities as well?
Yes. As a matter of fact, being a chartered accountant and having the qualification of chartered accountancy, it has helped me like anything in discharging my role, my responsibilities as an adjudicating authority. My qualification coupled with my experience keeps me at ease while discharging my adjudication function.
Traditionally, when we look at the chartered accountants, their core profile of work is like just to look at the health of the company's balance sheets and all the documentation purposes that has to be healthy. But where you are today on the Mumbai bench, when you sit there as a member technical National Company Law Tribunal, where you are looking after the health checkups of not just one but many companies, how much effort does it take for a chartered accountant to be on that bench?
You see, I find myself to be fortunate that I am a chartered accountant. And being a chartered accountant, what I have observed that the problems which are coming to us, the cases which are coming to us of insolvency or Companies Act or so, Because of my qualification, I try to understand them as fast as possible. And my CA qualification comes as handy for me in delivering those justice.
तो वो एक वरदान की तरह काम करता है.
Absolutely, absolutely. In a fraction of minutes, we are able to understand that what is the real problem. And then the bench takes the case that way.
You are a person who is today holding so many professional degrees, right? So, but if I look back, you had to discontinue your studies at a like very early childhood stage. Is that right?
Yes, that's true. I lost my father at the age of 7. And when your father is not there, one has to take lot of responsibilities with respect to the family, with respect to your education, continuance of education and excellence in education. That was the biggest challenge. My family, my mother, my brothers, my sister, all of them helped me, but I had to combine my earning and learning together. From 6th standard onwards, I was teaching immediately preceding class. When I was in 6th, I was teaching 5th standard students, and when I was in CA final, I was helping my immediately juniors, CA intermediate and MCOM students. So that has given lot of strength to me as far as my convictions are concerned with respect to my studies as well as my work profile. And if I make my balance sheet of my education expenses vis-a-vis income I have earned from my education during my education period, I have earned more from my education rather than spending on it.
That's so beautiful. Sir, if we talk about chartered accountants, then after doing your course of CA, financial services comes really natural for any chartered accountant. But if I see you had such a wide spectrum of work and into different fields. So like what made you to take this road less traveled, at least like less traveled by chartered accountants?
You see, that way I find myself fortunate. I have experience of private sector, public sector, state government, central government, now in judiciary. I have experience in the field of finance, accounts, taxation, company secretarial, service sector promotion of India in other countries, investment promotion and FDI promotion for the state of Haryana, merchant banking, term lending, financial services, PPP projects, industrial estate, industrial management, and so on and so forth. So, you know, the experience has been in various fields and which is coming handy for my present role. You know, people who join in All India services, they come to corporates. Here the journey is different. From a corporate entity, one is coming to the state government. And from a state government, one is coming to the central government. And from central government, somebody is coming to the judiciary now. So this is how the journey is.
Beautiful. So ये सारे जो तारे बाने हैं आपने बहुत अच्छे से बुने हैं. So I would really like to tell this for all my audience. You know, हमेशा कहा जाता है कि बहती लहरों के साथ तो हर कोई तैर लेता है, लेकिन विजेता वो होता है जो लहरों को चीर कर उसकी उल्टी दिशा में बहकर भी अपने आप को आगे निकाल सकता है. So you are one of those examples for us, sir.
Yeah, you can say so.
Sir, I would like to ask you that how do you see your chartered accountancy qualification helping you out while you were working in the state government or with the government of India and now in your bench like the judiciary system where you are right now? So how do you see that thing working out for you?
As a matter of fact, wherever I have worked or whichever capacity I have worked in my life, I always take pride in being identified as a chartered accountant, and I can say it without any hesitation. Being a chartered accountant has always given an added advantage to me.
Beautiful. Any significant examples that you remember, sir, that this was the instance or this was the case where I actually remember that my qualification was my asset?
Yes, I'll tell you. In HSI IDC, I have arranged term loans of about 35,000 crore during a period of 5 years when I was CFO with them.
Okay.
The day I took over as CFO, my cost of funds was about 11.5%. And within 3 months, I brought down the cost of funds from 11.5% to 10.25% within a short span of 3 months.
3 months. That's quite remarkable, sir.
And the savings in cost the interest cost was about 225 crores in 5 years, which itself is more than the establishment cost of the HSIDC.
Oh, beautiful, wonderful, sir.
Thereafter, when I went to NHAI,
so that was National Highway Authority
National
of
Highways
India.
Authority of India. I was there as Chief General Manager Finance
Ji.
on deputation.
Ji.
I was handling a budget of about 1,12,000 crore and the borrowings of 1,66,000 crore.
Okay.
NHAI was basically banking upon, basically they were getting their funds from toll revenues, infrastructure bonds, the capital gain bonds,
Ji. Ji.
and from the budget allocation from the government.
Okay.
I took a step which was not normal in NHAI. I negotiated with the State Bank of India and arranged 25,000 crore for NHAI at a very, very competitive rate of 7.99%. And it was without any processing fee cost, without any interest, without any upfront fee, or without any prepayment charges. NHAI has the authority to repay it at a single stroke without any charges. It happened first time in NHAI that some banking funds were coming to NHAI.
And you see that your qualification played a key role over there.
Certainly yes, certainly yes.
Sir, what would you like to say to all those chartered accountants who are right now pursuing their degree? Piece of advice for them for continuing this course of chartered accountancy, which is very rigorous, the toughest professional course in the country. So what would you like to say it for them?
A small piece of advice from my side, you know, with my experience also. Sitting in the benches, whenever we were in government also, we pay lot of reliance on the certification and attestation given by a chartered accountant. You see, CA certificate is considered as a valid proof of whatever the submissions made by anybody, any corporate. The piece of advice which I have for my youngster CAs and students, whenever you are doing any attestation function or you are signing balance sheet or any certificate or whatever paper you are signing, read and internalize that. That is very important.
That analysis is very important.
Very important, that is, because you know, until unless you internalize that and you finally signing that, you should ensure that it is portraying the right picture to the best of your knowledge. If they start practicing this, that will not only increase their own confidence in themselves, that will be giving more confidence to others also, that if this paper is coming from a chartered accountant, it means it is an authentic paper.
You also start respecting yourself more, that you are doing the right work.
Absolutely, respect yourself first, only then anybody else will be respecting you.
That's so true, sir, because friends, it's always being said that the way we love and respect ourselves is the way that we teach people that how we want to be loved and respected. So, जो शुरुआत है वो हमसे ही होती है, वो खुद करनी पड़ेगी.
Being the repository professionals with the best study content, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India offers the value system of strong ethics and professional outlook to its stakeholders.
The competence of chartered accountants can be judged from the fact that even before he qualifies his CA course, he undergoes a rigorous 3 years of training and has a wide exposure to technicalities of business. Thus, on completion of CA course, our members become ready to absorb finance professionals for the industry.
Chartered accountants are considered to be a best visionary persons because they know how the things are being turned up and how it is not only within our country but across the globe. Holistically, they can visualize and they can understand because they have gone through their life or their understanding in a manner, best of the intellects, best of the training and best of the analytical mind.
Chartered accountants are the people who play with the financial figures and they know the best analysis of financial statement because they are the preparer of financial statement and they are the auditor of the financial statement. And when they are playing role of both, so they term to be the best financial analyst.
The 21st World Congress of Accountants, known as the Olympics of the accountancy profession, is being hosted by ICAI from November 18th to 21st, 2022 at Geo World Centre, Mumbai. Being held for the first time in India, this is one of the most prestigious global events of professional accountants organized under the aegis of the International Federation of Accountants, where a conglomeration of 6,000 delegates from over 130 countries exchange views with other accounting and finance professionals from around the world.
What was your mantra that kept you motivated to pursue this course?
I am a firm believer of Swami Vivekananda's quote, which says that arise, awake and stop not till the goal is reached.
Wonderful.
And in furtherance of that, I also remember in my life a famous quote of Chanakya, where he said that किसी भी समाज का पतन दुर्जनों की दुर्जनता से नहीं होता, सज्जनों की निष्क्रियता से होता है. What I feel is that you have to be upright in your approach. If you feel that something is not right, then you should be having the courage of saying so that it is not right. Most of the time you will find that we are at a disadvantageous position because we try to make so much compromises with everybody.
With everyone.
With the situation also. नहीं नहीं ऐसे तो होता है,
हो जाता है, हाँ,
चलता है approach नहीं चलती है. You have to be firm in your stand wherever you are. And that pays you. That pays you in long run. I am telling you, I am a witness to this, that if you have the conviction, if you have the courage, these two things will take you forward.
You know, it's always being said that behind every successful man there is a woman, but in your case I would say that there are two. So कहीं पे हम लोग कुछ गलत दिशा की ओर नहीं जा रहे हैं. I would say that there is one your mother and other your wife.
Yes.
So what do you have to say about it? They had been the strong pillars in your life.
I already told you that I lost my father at the age of 7. This was my mother's conviction. She was a strong lady. Certainly she was a strong lady.
Yes.
And she has shaped my career. She told me a story. My father got an honesty award from first President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. He was given a Rolex watch in the award. On the back side of the watch, there are initials of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Ra, he has written. My father's name is engraved on that, Mr. Rajesh Sharma. And the Government of India seal is there.
Wow.
So that gives me more satisfaction.
Such a proud.
That, yes, I feel really proud that I am son of a person who was given honesty award by the Government of India. After my mother, the strongest pillar of my life is my wife. She is my friend, philosopher and guide.
Oh, wow, beautiful. Yes. And who was your friend, philosopher and guide when you were pursuing your chartered accountancy? Because that was also a tough phase in your life, if I can see that.
Yes, I'll share you a lighter moment of that. You see, we were about 35 students of my batch who joined Chartered Accountancy.
Okay.
And God has been kind that I was the first one to qualify. My friends used to always ask, "Bhai, मुझे बता दो क्या आएगा paper में."
Exam में क्या आएगा?
Yes. Whenever I am crossing that ITO bridge and the building of CA Institute, I always bow myself before that.
Wow.
Because that is the place from where you have earned your livelihood. That is the place where you have earned your education.
So, sir, today when you go to Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, what contributions do you see from yourself that you can give to the institute for its growth or for the growth of the profession?
You see, I am always there for the institute. Whatever way I can give back to my institute, I am always there.
What do you have to say about that institute, because it is not only creating one Rajesh Sharma, it is creating lakhs and lakhs of Rajesh Sharma.
It has created more than 3 lakhs of Rajesh Sharma.
Yeah.
And you see, the institute has been doing good for the profession also, students also, and for economy.
Sir, what would be your parting message to all the chartered accountants who are watching our show right now, and of course the ones who are aspiring to be the CAs?
Yes, first of all, don't limit yourself. Sky should be limit for you. Number 2, know more than others. कोशिश करो कि आपको लोगों से ज़्यादा पता हो. knowledge has no end, it is said.
Yes.
Knowledge has no end. But certainly, whatever is the framework you are in, you should be knowing more than others.
Wow.
Know more than others, exert more than others. You cannot know more than others if you don't exert more.
Yes, of course.
And expect less than others. If you follow this mantra, I am telling you, and I am telling you with full honesty, the success will chase you, you don't have to.
So, sir, do you see that this quality which is being imbibed in you as well, that exerting more than others and being more laborious towards the work, you see this quality coming a lot from the training of chartered accountancy that you have been given, because chartered accountancy training is really, really tough.
Yes, it is. Chartered accountancy certainly plays a big role in, getting a people, shaping people.
It makes you multitasking. Do you see that, sir?
Yes, yes, it is. In fact, it imbibes a quality in you which you have to flourish.
It was lovely interaction with you, sir. Lekin jaane se pehle, here is a special segment which is called Shilpa Bhawana Special. So it's a game show and you have to play it with me.
Yes.
So I'll be saying a few words. After listening to that, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Just say it, sir. Okay. Justice.
To all.
Education.
It's a pride for anybody.
Power.
Should be utilized judiciously.
Chartered accountant.
The growth gear.
And the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India
is the origin for growth gears.
Wow, that's so beautiful, so beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us in this session.
Thank you. Thank you, Shilpa.
Friends, winners don't do different things. They do things differently. And CA Rajesh Sharma is a true example to that. A seat on this chair of bench comes with great responsibility. I proudly say that Institute of Chartered Accountants of India engraves this quality of taking responsibility in all the CA students right from the beginning. And Committee for Members in Industry and Business is all honored to present the ideologies of such chartered accountants for our viewers. On that note of pride, Shilpa Bhawana signs off. Take care. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.